questions for y'all. The first one, who is your Lord? What is your religion? Who is your prophet? Now, I know this sounds crazy, but if you're one of those people that have been trying to get information and you come across this, or even this. All right, take a listen.
Assalamu alaikum. I am Sister lailanasheeba, the Managing Director and Founder of Sunnahfollowers Online Islamic University. As you know, we have classes every day beginning at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we cover everything from Aqidah, which is your belief system, to Seerah, which are the stories of the Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the story of the companions. Please join us every day beginning at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we are broadcasting and streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, DLive, Trovo, and Twitch. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, anyone who learns and memorizes the names of Allah can only be guaranteed paradise. But learning these names is not easy. You have to ponder the meaning and then see how Allah shows us that He is what He is before applying it to yourself and your relationship with others. Join Sunnahfollowers who started lailanasheeba and learn and watch your relationship with Allah grow. Ina alhamdulillah wa salat wa salam ala wa rasulullah. Welcome to our Hadith class. And alhamdulillah, this is the Hadith class that we'll be studying using the book written by Sheikh Muhammad Saeed Atli. And that book is entitled Termites. And it's not a book about termites, the bug, the insect, you know. It's a book that addresses where the hadiths in which the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam told us Muslims to be on guard against certain things, that just the same way that a termite can eat away at the foundation of a home and destroy it, well, these are things that can eat away at the foundations of our faith and destroy our faith. So the hadiths are not saying that if a person does these things, that the person is not a Muslim, but it's basically warning us against engaging in actions or practices that can actually eat away at our faith and be detrimental for us. So it's a good book that every Muslim should have. And I want everyone to go to www.adlionline.com And that's where you can buy this book and also many other books written by Sheikh Muhammad Saeed Atli that are hadiths and information that would be of benefit to not just you as an adult, but also to the children in your families as well. So, you know, go to, let me put it on here. Hold, let me try to make, I was trying to, wait a minute, hold on. Where did it go? I didn't add it. Okay, hold on. Let me add the book and the website. Okay, this is the link to the web. I'll just put the link to the ad there. Here it is. Add. Now that should work. And show. Yeah, that's the link to the website, www.adleonline.com. Go there and you can purchase this book, you know, and many other books written by Sheikh Muhammad Saeed Atli that'll be of benefit to you and to your family. And so with that said, let's get started on the hadith for tonight. And let me put it up on the screen so everyone can see. And just to let everybody know, you know, we're streaming on so many different platforms now, and you can choose which platform is your preference. We're streaming simultaneously on Twitch. We're streaming simultaneously on Twitter. We're streaming simultaneously on Trovo. We're streaming on DLive. We're streaming on Facebook. We're streaming on YouTube. We're streaming on Mixcloud. And we are streaming live and simultaneously on Instagram. So alhamdulillah, you guys can feel free, you know, to watch us live and simultaneously on Instagram. And this is a great accomplishment for myself because I didn't have the users for this, but thanks to an apology from the owner, you know, they've given me access to live stream. So alhamdulillah, you can pick whichever platform you're comfortable with. And also we're streaming directly from the Sunnah Followers online website. So if you want to just go to www.sunnahfollowers.net, click on the tab that says live stream, and you'll be included as well. And by the way, I'm logged in to every single one of those platforms so I can see any comments or questions that you may have as well. So with that said, let's put the PowerPoint, and you can watch us live on YouTube, on your television too. Put us on the big screen TV too. Go to the channel Sunnah Followers on YouTube. Okay, let's put the PowerPoint up on the screen for discussion tonight. Where's the PowerPoint? I did. Oh, here. Is this it? I can't see. Okay, yeah, this is it. My desktop is has so much on it now. It's kind of junky. Okay, here we go. This is the hadith, and it's hadith number 13. For those of you who have the book, you want to turn to hadith number 13 or termite number 13. That's the hadith that we'll be discussing tonight. And it's the hadith addressing bankruptcy, which is one of my favorite hadiths. This hadith is narrated by Abu Hurairah, radiyallahu anhu. He tells us that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Do you know who is bankrupt?" And one of the companions said, "Yes, a bankrupt person is a person who doesn't have any money or any wealth to buy him out of anything." And the Prophet smiled and he said, "No, the bankrupt person of my nation will be the person who will come forward on the day of judgment with all these prayers and all these fasts and zakat. In other words, all the good deeds that he did in this world. He will come forward before Allah with all those good deeds, but he will find himself bankrupt because he will not have any good deed to help him, because he lived his life in this world abusing others with his tongue. He caused fitna He caused hardship amongst others. He unlawfully took other people's money. He shed blood. He used to beat others. So his good deeds, whatever good deeds that he has, will be credited to the people who he hurt in this world. And if his good deeds fall short, then his sins, the sins of those people, will be entered into his account, and he will be thrown into the hellfire. This is a hadith that you guys hear me mention a lot because it's a very fearful hadith. This is what I fear. I fear being in my grave, thinking that, oh, I got all these good deeds, and maybe, just maybe, inshallah, I'll be a green bird. After I get through the questioning, Allah will put my soul in the form of a green bird. But then, you know, after getting through the questioning, this ugly man will appear in my grave and tell me, guess what, Layla? No, yeah. You got to pay for what you did to other people, because if that happens, that's going to let me know, uh-oh, this ain't good. And then he'll snatch my soul and throw me in the hellfire. And I'll stay in the hellfire until the day of judgment. And then on the day of judgment, I'll be raised up. And then I'll have to stand before Allah. And all the good deeds I did, all the classes I taught, all the dawah I gave will be laid on the scale. And Allah will look at me and say, Layla, guess what? All this was in vain. Because guess what? Look at all the people you hurt. You're going to have to take all the good deeds, all the blessings that I gave you for all that dawah you did. And you got to divide it up amongst the people that you hurt in this world. And if you ain't got enough good deeds, then you're going to take on their sins. And guess what? You got to give me some more time in hell. That's a scary thing to think about. And that's what I fear. And then not only that, but by me being a daya, when I'm in the hellfire, my punishment will be that I have to stand on a treadmill with all my guts hanging out and walk around in that fire. And the people will recognize me and say, oh, there's Sister Layla. She used to teach us the good from the evil. She enjoined the good and forbade the evil. And then they'll run to me and say, Sister Layla, what are you doing here in hell? And I have to say, I didn't enjoin the good and I didn't forbid the evil with myself. Subhanallah. That's an embarrassing, humiliating, scary scenario to play out in real life. It's scary to play out in your mind. You don't want to be the bankrupt person, guys, when you die. Because it doesn't just begin on the day of judgment. This begins in that grave. All the things you said about a person that you shouldn't have said, and it hurt that person. The physical things you did to that person, the mental things you did to that person, the emotional things you did to that person. This is called the settling of the score. When I did the Islam Q&A show last Friday, a sister asked me about the settling of the scores. This is the settling of the scores. It's when you have to take all whatever good deeds you have. Some of us may not even have any good deeds. Those of you, let me talk about this for a minute. Those of you who have dogs, let's talk about it. I got a couple of new shahadas here. I'm in this Facebook group here. Okay, y'all can stop typing. I'm getting ready to answer your question now. Are y'all listening to me on Facebook and this group that's arguing about this? I'm getting ready to settle your dispute. The Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, anyone who has a dog for a pet, this is a dog that is a pet. It's not a sheep dog. It's not a farm dog. It's not a hunting dog. It's not even a guard dog. And you can lie and tell yourself that you got this dog as a protection. No, A trained dog that's trained to protect you is not a pet. Because if you make a dog that's trained to protect you a pet, it will no longer guard anymore. So you can lie to yourself, but you cannot lie to Allah. The Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, anyone who has a dog for a pet, that person will lose a mountain worth of blessings every day that he has that dog as a pet. So there's your answer. The source, Bukhari and Muslim. So a lot of us will stand in that grave and on the day of judgment with no good deeds at all. Because whatever good deeds we may have had, we lost it because we had a pet dog. We love that pet dog, Poochie. We love Poochie more than we loved Allah. We loved Poochie more than we loved the Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We loved Poochie more than we loved ourselves. So guess what? Poochie will be your companion in the hellfire. Y'all understand that? So that's the answer to your question. Y'all don't have to argue and talk and type when I'm teaching. I'll settle your score for you in this world when it comes to the dawah. The dean, I'll settle that score for you. So this goes great with what we're talking about. You know, a lot of people will be bankrupt on the day of judgment because that whatever good deeds that they may have had in this world, they're going to lose them to the people they hurt. And a lot of other people will lose them because of Poochie. Because of their love for Poochie. Something for us to think about. All right. So this is a wonderful, 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 wonderful hadith. Let's look at it again. The Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam asked his companions, do you know who the bankrupt person is? And they said, yeah, the bankrupt person is the one who doesn't have any money or wealth. The Prophet said, no. The bankrupt of my nation will be those who will come forward on the day of judgment with all their prayers, all their fasts, and their charity, but they will find themselves bankrupt because of the abuse they did to others in this world. All their deeds, their good deeds, will be taken and given to the people who they hurt in this world. And if they don't have any good deeds to give, they will take on the bad deeds of those whom they hurt, and they'll be tossed into the hellfire. We have to understand, to get across that Sirat bridge, you have to have at least one good deed in your hand. At least one. The Prophet was clear, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He said there will be more people in hell than in paradise. So that means a lot of people ain't going to have a good deed in their hand. Subhanallah. A lot of us are going to find ourselves in that hellfire. Subhanallah. That's something to think about. So the next time you open your mouth to say something bad about a person that's going to hurt them, think about this hadith. The next time you have a problem controlling your anger, think about this hadith. The next time you get so upset that you can just hurt someone, think about this hadith. The next time you get that urge, that desire to take something that doesn't belong to you, think about this hadith. And the next time you entertain the notion of getting a pet dog, think about this hadith. All right, I'm going to stop right here. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Are there any questions or comments in regards to this wonderful hadith? Any questions or comments? Okay, I want to thank everybody for joining and participating in our class. And don't forget, tomorrow is Wednesday. So that means we have the 6 o'clock class, which is diluting El Wala Well Better from the book of Sheikh Kareem Abu Zaid. And no, we don't have that tomorrow. Tomorrow's Wednesday, right? Tomorrow at 7, we have the Caliphate of Abu Bakr, radiallahu anha, taught by my cousin Mukhtar, and also the heroines of Islam. I'll be doing part 2 of the story of Ruqayya, the daughter of the Prophet Muhammad. And this is an excerpt of those two things that you can see. Let's play the commercial for both. These are two sisters, daughters of the most perfect woman and man ever created. Their names are Ruqayya and Kulthum, and they are the daughters of Khadijah and the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Join Sunnah followers every Monday and Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern as we share stories of the heroines of Islam. Okay, so those will be the 2 classes tomorrow. So tomorrow's classes will focus on Seerah. You know, the Seerah, the story of Abu Bakr as the first Caliph of the Muslims, radiallahu anha, and also the story of Ruqayya. We'll be picking up with the second part. We talked about her marriage Monday. Yesterday, we went over the marriage, how she was divorced, married the daughter of the son of Abu Jahal, and was cruelly divorced. But alhamdulillah, the Prophet married her to the best of the Quraysh, who was Uthman, who was a multi-millionaire. And she was able to experience love and happiness. So we'll be continuing with her journey tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And also, I want to, before we close, but if you enjoy coming here to learn Islam in its truthfulness, with the understanding of the companions, please, guys, we need your support. We are a nonprofit organization. We are not affiliated with a masjid. This is an online Islamic school of learning, but it's a website. It's not an institution. We are not an institution. We are a website. So that means that we don't get any help from the government. We're nonprofit, but like they told us, we have to earn all our money from the internet, you know, through donations, because we're just a website. We're not an academic institution. So it costs only $2,000 a month. The IRS says that's not a lot of money. That's why we don't qualify for no grants. They said if you can't get $2,000 a month, then you don't need to be on the internet. They said that means you ain't offering nothing that people want to hear. So inshallah, guys, all of our funding comes from you, from us, me. So please, guys, if you enjoy learning Islam and its truthfulness with the understanding of the companions, please support this dawah effort. You can scan the QR code there on the screen, or you can go directly to sunnahfollowers.net and click on the Make a Donation tab, or you can go to paypalme.com/sunnahfollowers and support us. And finally, guys, please, to help us to like and subscribe. Please like and subscribe to our channel. You know, click on the like tab, even for this video here. If you enjoyed this class today, click on the like video, the like button, and subscribe to the channel and share us. What do I mean by share? Share us with the people who are on your social network list, your Facebook list, your YouTube list, so we can try to get more people to join. Then maybe we'll get more people to donate. Okay? Subhanallah. If 20 people sent in $100, is that $2,000 for Fresno? Yeah. All I need is 20 people just to pay $100 a month, and we have our donations. But we don't have that many. We're just housewives. Most of the people on my web, we're just housewives. You know, women that either we're single, living off of a little welfare check, retirement check, or we're married and housewives, you know. So please, guys, support us. Okay. All right. I want to thank everybody for joining and participating. Make sure you guys read the next session of Diluting Well or Well Better. And I'll try to put the schedule up in the next hour. And inshallah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Everybody have a good night.